Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the pretty incredible science of how your body, not just your mind, stores and releases stress and trauma. And believe me, it's a process that goes way beyond just talking about what happened.
You know that feeling when you're chronically anxious, constantly on edge, or maybe the complete opposite, just totally disconnected and shut down? Well, this explainer is going to show you exactly why those feelings are not all in your head. They are deeply rooted physiological states, and really understanding them is the first step to being able to change them.
So, let's start with a really key distinction here. Traditional talk therapy, right? It focuses on the story. It uses words, our narrative, to build a cognitive understanding of what happened. Somatic healing, on the other hand, shifts the focus entirely to physical sensation. The medium isn't the story, it's the body itself. And the goal isn't just understanding, it's regulating the nervous system directly.
Okay, let's get into how this actually works. Research shows that during really overwhelming events, the speech centers in our brain can literally go offline. So the experience doesn't get encoded in words, it gets stored in our muscles, in our posture, in the very patterns of our nervous system.
Now, the key to understanding this whole body-based storage system is something called polyvagal theory. The easiest way to think about it is like a map for your nervous system. It explains how we automatically and totally unconsciously shift between three core states, all based on one simple question: am I safe?
So our ideal state, where we all want to be, is the ventral vagal system. This is when we feel safe, connected, and socially engaged. Our body is relaxed, we're breathing easy, our digestion is working, and this is crucial. This is the only state where real healing and connection can actually happen.
But the second our brain perceives a threat, it shifts gears. Bam! It activates the sympathetic nervous system. That's our mobilization mode. You know it as fight or flight. Your heart starts racing, your muscles tense up, and you're just flooded with energy to deal with whatever danger is coming. It feels like anxiety, or anger, or even panic.
And what if fighting or fleeing isn't an option? Well, the nervous system pulls the emergency brake. It plunges us into the dorsal vagal state. This is our most ancient survival response. It's shutdown. It's freeze. You might feel totally numb, disconnected, hopeless, and physically immobilized.
You can think of these states as a ladder that our body automatically moves down. First, we try to connect socially. If that doesn't work to solve the threat, we mobilize for a fight or to run away. And if that fails, we collapse. This is not a conscious choice, okay? This is our body's ancient wisdom kicking in to keep us alive.
So, what happens when the threat is long gone, but our system never got the memo to reset? That's when we get dysregulation. Trauma, in a nutshell, is the nervous system getting stuck in one of these survival states. And this creates two really common patterns. On one side, you have hyperarousal. That's being stuck in that sympathetic fight or flight state. That leads to things like chronic anxiety and irritability. On the other side, you have hypoarousal. That's being stuck in that dorsal shutdown state, which feels like numbness, depression, and just total disconnection.
But here's the crucial point. Our bodies have this incredible, innate capacity to heal and reboot this system. And the process of releasing all that stored survival energy has real, tangible physical science. It's the body finally getting to complete what it couldn't do when the original event happened. So you might experience things like involuntary shaking or tremors. That's not weird. That's your muscles literally releasing trapped fight or flight energy. Or maybe you get these spontaneous deep sighs or yawns. That's your body resetting its breathing pattern. These aren't just strange symptoms. They are powerful signs that your nervous system is actively recalibrating itself back to safety.
And the effectiveness of therapies that work with these principles is just remarkable. Get this, in one study on survivors of a tsunami, a staggering 90% of participants with PTSD reported significant improvement or a complete elimination of their symptoms after going through somatic experiencing, which is a body-focused therapy. That just shows you the incredible power of working directly with the nervous system.
And you know what the best part is? You don't have to be a passive passenger in all of this. There are simple, really powerful tools you can use, like right now, to actively communicate with your nervous system and help guide it back towards that state of safety and connection.
One of the most direct ways to do this is with your breath. The 4-7-8 technique is so powerful because that long exhale, it's like a direct message to your body. It physically stimulates the vagus nerve, That's the main highway of that safe and social system we talked about. It's like you're manually sending a signal to your brain that says, hey, you can stand down. You are safe now.
And look, this isn't just a subjective feeling. It's totally measurable. As you can see from this 2021 study, just one 5-minute session of deep, slow breathing led to a statistically significant drop in anxiety levels. The change you're seeing here is immediate and it's physiological.
Okay, so beyond breathing, there are other brilliant physiological hacks you can try. Humming or singing, for instance, it's not just a distraction. It literally vibrates your vocal cords, which are directly connected to that vagus nerve, sending calming, regulating signals through your body. A splash of cold water on your face, that triggers something called the mammalian dive reflex, an ancient response that quickly slows your heart rate. It's a powerful circuit breaker for panic. And when you're feeling overwhelmed, the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique pulls you out of a spiral by re-engaging the thinking part of your brain through your senses.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that healing from trauma and chronic stress isn't just a mental exercise. Not at all. It is a physical process. By learning to work with your body's own language, the language of sensation, you are creating a direct path back to regulation and safety.
And the results of this approach can be absolutely profound. There was this one incredible study on an 8-day intensive body-focused treatment for complex PTSD. Think about that, just 8 days. By the end of it, an astounding 87% of participants no longer met the diagnostic criteria for the condition. That's life-changing, and it was achieved by working with the body's own path to healing, not against it.
And this isn't just about data, right? It's about real lives. As this survivor, Sarah, put it, the journey is all about learning to listen to your body again, to trust its signals, and to let it release what it's been holding on to for so long. And the result? Feeling more grounded, more present, and just more whole.
So that leaves us with one final, really powerful question. In those quiet moments, in the tension in your shoulders or that feeling in your stomach, what is your body trying to tell you right now? Because listening, well, that might just be the most important conversation you ever have.